All right, everyone. Welcome back to the mobile home investing lessons video hour. I'm not sure what we're going to call this, but I'm so glad to be and happy to have the three folks joining me that you can see. Thank you so much. From my right to left, Edith, Nicholas, Roman, thank you so much for being here. This is great. This has been a long time coming. I'm glad to have you on the video. And let's jump right into mobile home investing. You weren't born mobile home investors or real estate investors initially. What can you describe some of your background? What brought you here? Why mobile homes? Yeah.
The first thing I want to say, thank you very much for having us. This is really privilege to talk to you and share our experience.
No.
And Roman, maybe you will start with story.
We came to US 26 years ago because we want to rescue our daughter. She was born with a brain tumor, and we didn't find any cure and help in the Poland. So we decided to came here to fight for her life, and we came with the 2 suitcases and the no language sick child, but we made it, and we are very happy.
Yeah, that was the best decision in our life, basically, that we came here. So Samantha, our daughter, she's not here, obviously, but she was the reason that we decided to came to Chicago. And that was 26 years ago already.
Wow, that's I'm sure that 26 years has gone by fast.
Yes, very fast.
What brought you to the mobile home investing? Were you doing single families before, or?
Probably our story is a little bit different because the people usually have experience with investing in real estate. Obviously, we are different, so the story is a little bit different. So now we have been running the cleaning business for many, many years, the maid service in Chicago area, and have been going very well for years. However, it's a very hard work. And we were talking with Roman that we have to find something different for our children because we want to just make sure that they're going to have a steady income when we won't be around anymore. So we decide that we have to educate ourselves for the, with the investing, real estate investing. So we took action, we took classes with one of the bigger company, real estate company, educational company. And we have been with them 2 years, but within 2 years, we follow everything what they were teaching, writing letters, phone calls, everything. But without any luck. We didn't do any deal within 2 years. But that was our mindset, because having 2 sick children the whole our life, we were scared if we're gonna invest some money that we might lose it. Then what's gonna happen, right? Because we were watching every single penny, coming and in and out from our budget. So that was our mindset, but we didn't know that this point, that time. And we took all classes like foreclosure, flipping, probate, wholesale, everything, except the mobile home class. That was the last one. Everybody was saying, the mobile homes. And we were at the point that we will be, quitting. Maybe this is not for us, because we try everything, we follow everything, without any result. So, spending money on all courses and going for the conferences and everything, we were like, okay, we will take the last class, the mobile home class, and then we will see what's going to happen. If we don't have any result with that, then we just give up. Sitting in a mobile home class and listening, those numbers, seeing those numbers, the low risk, That was the most important thing for us to hear. Low risk, low money investing. Yes, we can do that. So our eyes just opening and we just jump in and we knew it that we can start with the mobile homes and we just focusing on the mobile homes, nothing else.
Do you feel that all the troubles that you and all the hardships you've had in the past have given you more energy and more resilience and more persistence to not give up?
Mm-hmm. We are fighters.
Okay. Well, even doing what you're doing with the cleaning business, I mean, that's still, you still, is that...
We still running the cleaning business.
You still run it. It's a family business. And that's a question I have. It's the family doing this and it's the family doing the mobile homes as well. How do you know who to delegate the work to? And how does that work? There's three of you. Does everyone do the same things equally, or does, just do certain folks focus on what you like to do or what you're better at?
We choose who's better with kind of work. So basically, all of us doing what we like to do and what we are good with it.
Nice.
So the cleaning business actually it's going on. We have a system for it, so it's not needing a lot of our attention. So thanks to that, we can focus more on the mobile homes.
Mm-hmm. Good. And then how does it separate? So you're doing, what's everyone's role, if you don't mind me asking?
Sure. So basically, cleaning service I'm running by myself. Guys are helping when it's needed. And with the cleaning, mobile home business, I basically talk to the people. I'm the talker, so I'm selling, looking for the deals. This is my part.
Wow.
Nicholas?
I do the marketing, and also what I like to do is basically I tell like the whole world on the internet doing, and I love getting people involved, like different partners and investors and stuff. So yeah, I just love, growing it in that sort of way.
And I'm managing the rehab, I'm buying the materials, and I'm making the magic and create the wow for the buyers for the homes, so the people are impressed when we done with the rehabbing. So
each one of those is a full-time business, or a couple people could be doing them.
Yeah.
Roman, are you outsourcing the repairs? Are you doing most of them yourself?
Yes, we are outsourcing the work. Sometimes I do the work, but I try to hire the people, the handymans, and we hire the people usually who's living in the inside of the mobile home parks, handymans, so they know all situation in the mobile home parks. They even letting us know when is there any deal coming up or the people moving out. So
we could have a whole talk. We could talk for the entire afternoon about handymen, about contractors. I have two questions for you. The first one is, did you know about repairs before getting into mobile homes? Did you know how to do a lot of the repairs?
I didn't know nothing about the yeah, but I learn very quick, and I can tell that I'm good at this. So right now, but it takes a long time, and there's some difficulty.
Yeah. Well, a lot of difficulty. You're being very humble, or there's been a lot of difficulty. So you learned it. Well, I would assume there's difficulties. You learned the repairs by doing them yourself, and by, how did you learn them? By trial and error, or YouTube videos, or?
I watch the YouTube videos. I try by myself, and I ask people if I don't know something. But many things that I don't know about the mobile homes, I watch the video, YouTube video. I watch your channel.
What's your top 2 or 3, just talking about handymen, either working with them, hiring them, paying them, whatever you want to talk about, but what are your 2 or 3, handyman, like things that you wish you would have known a couple years ago?
About the handymans?
Yes, 2 or 3 tips.
I don't know if I can explain or answer the right way. I can tell you what we do.
Okay.
We are proud of this, how we doing, because we hiring the people who have the very
Difficult
test.
And no one's wanted to hire them. So I know there is a challenge for us, and it's a challenging to work with that kind of people, but we are very proud and we are very grateful for everything, and we are happy to give the second chance to the people who doesn't have the opportunity to work in the different place or for someone.
Yes, and they are very, very grateful for that chance. Most of the people.
Do you have to? So, I'm thinking of folks that might not have their own tools or their own car. Is that a problem, or does?
Actually, their background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Their background.
But
Working with all kind of people, all kind of handymen, but we noticed that if we give a chance to someone who can be higher from the regular people or a regular company, they are very appreciate, for that chance, and they are willing to work with you more. So, yeah.
Are you there every single day, Roman, to check in on them and watch over them?
Right now, not every single day, but very often.
In the beginning, yes.
Beginning, yes. I was stuck, and from the morning to the evening with the handyman and the babysitting them, or the checking.
Right.
They know me. They know our expectation, and I know how to handle and how to dealing with those handymans.
Have you ever gotten any discrimination investing in mobile homes from the buyers or the sellers or the parks? Have you ever gotten any kind of discrimination because because of just not being, born in the States maybe, or anything like that?
No, never. And I think I always says that my hard accent and my not English is not very good, and my hard accent is helping me to negotiate the deals. So
I like that. I can see.
Everybody are thinking that he's Russian.
Yeah.
But no, we never focus on our that we don't speak English very well. We never focus that we don't have the right accent, English accent. That wasn't anything like, focus on it. So it's like for us, if we can do it, anyone can do it.
Well, I think the biggest ingredient is the hard work and determination. And you do speak English just fine. We're talking like you're too hard on yourselves. No, that's my goodness. Anyone would have found it. I think just folks that are born here, we can find an excuse so easily, or just people in general, we can find an excuse so easily, or we're embarrassed. Yeah, it's just difficult. I mean, anything. You starting your cleaning company, I would imagine that was very difficult. Building that up from nothing. You doing mobile homes, starting from nothing. People don't know who you are. Now you have relationships with all of these parks, all of these managers. In fact, let's talk about what you have going on. You've been now, how long have you been mobile home investing?
3 years now.
Almost
Yeah.
3 years.
Okay, wow. Okay. So in 3 years, how many families do you think that you've put families into homes? How many different families do you think you've helped? Families. Okay. Well, you didn't even hesitate on that one. You knew right away.
I check my numbers.
No, those are mostly in parks or on private land?
Mostly in the parks.
Okay. And are you when you sell those, are you selling them cash, payments, renting them?
When we start in the mobile home world, we mostly flip the mobile homes because we need the money for the next deal and the next deal and the next deal, because in the beginning we didn't have any investor on the board with us.
Yeah.
So we were flipping. We were very good with the flipping, but we had a kind of difficult to do rent to own with the selling with the payments. But right now we're focusing just on the selling with the payments. So yeah.
What was in the beginning the only thing that was stopping you from payments was because you needed the money. You needed more to get all that cash to buy more homes.
Yeah, the one thing was the money, and the other thing was we didn't have the very good contract. Actually, when we started working with you,
and a coach,
that our life, it's much easier.
Okay, so that's thank you for saying that. I lost my train of thought. I'm gonna edit this part out. I forgot what I was thinking. We're talking about the now I see everyone looking at me here, and I'm having even more trouble thinking of what I was going to talk about. I was going to ask you a question. We were talking about the
selling the homes with the
cash versus payments.
Cash versus payments.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. So if you can have, and I know there's no average deals, but if you could take, a sort of an average deal when you were first getting started and you were selling them for cash. You bought it for a certain price, you sold it for a certain price. Nowadays, you're selling more on payments. You're buying for a certain price, you're selling for a certain price. Could you briefly could you describe the two? What you would buy and sell one for cash, and then what you would buy and sell it for on payments, and how those differed, what those look like?
Roman, you want to go with it?
Usually when we are selling for the cash, so we try to get like the double. If we invest like 5,000-7,000, so we're gonna sell for the 10 or 14,000.
Okay, and then on payments.
On the payments, we try to not spend more than 7,000 for the purchasing, rehab. That's our goal. Usually we spend around $5,000.
But very often we spend even less than 5,000. But our homes, we fix everything. We do the roof, plumbing, painting, new carpeting, flooring, everything.
Yeah.
Our homes look really move-in ready. They have a washer, dryer, stove, fridge, everything. So, but the budget is less than 5,000. If the home is, newer, bigger, of course, we know that it's will be selling quicker, and we can make more money on it.
Are you paying your handyman per the hour or per job?
Per job.
Per job.
Okay.
We pay our handyman per job.
Okay. Because all in under $5,000 with the quality of homes that you sell. I mean, I will put many of my homes on the market as handyman specials. Granted, they're very livable and they need cleaning and cosmetic stuff. But the homes that you sell you're making them very, very nice. I mean, anybody that sees these there's nothing to fix. There's nothing to clean. So, I mean, that's great that you keep your numbers so tight. Let me ask you this: when it comes to repairs, what's something what are you normally always fixing? We're fixing this and this and this, and what do you find?
So we fixing first. We secure the home when we got it. So we changing the locks and they put the sign to the window. That's the first step.
That is for sale.
For sale. Even we not even start with the rehabbing. So we put the sign.
Okay.
So then we check the roof and we fixing the roof if it's necessary. Soft spot, floor soft spot. We painting homes, change plumbing. We just figured out that sometimes it's better to run the new plumbing than fixing the old problem with the plumbing. Less cost. I got the one handyman, so he can run the new pipes within less than 2 hours. So he's like the snake under the
That's fast.
the motor. Yeah, it's very fast. It's very fast.
And in the colder climates now, is that just because these homes are sitting for so long, and especially in the freezing weather, those pipes are just they're breaking in multiple areas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we put the new carpet, new linoleum, or appliances. Something.
Nicholas, are you starting to advertise the home immediately as soon as you purchase it, or are you waiting to put the home on the market until it gets a little better shape?
No, once we get the home, once we get control over the home, then we start marketing it, to start collecting leads towards, as we rehab the whole entire property.
Yeah, we bringing awareness that this kind of home is coming on the market, and we'll be keeping you posted if you're interested. Just contact us. So we collecting the leads. So since the whole project is done, we sending the blast emails or text messages wherever we doing what kind of campaign we doing. That way we have like 1,000 people already know about this home.
And we're doing the virtual tour after we done the rehabbings.
Beautiful. You're doing that yourself with just
Yes.
And then where do you upload that to usually?
Mostly on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then sometimes on Facebook too.
Do you when you're collecting these leads, are you telling people like the name of the park, hey, go check out the home, go drive by the outside, or is it more like here's a description, call us and we'll put you on our mailing list?
We are telling people which park is it, but if people are asking what is the address, then we are giving the address. Otherwise, just saying it's not ready, because we notice that the people they start to know us on the market. So it's a good and bad thing about that, because they know what we are doing and how we're doing, and they expect if they're walking in a home that they're gonna see what they check on the YouTube or Facebook. So if something is not done, oh, this is not done. So we learned, okay, so it's better to do everything.
With the same people so you're collecting these leads for house number 1. When you get to house number 2, are you still emailing and calling those other people?
Oh, yes.
How long do you notice that they last? Like, do you, I have I know what I see, but how long from, the people that you collected on home 1, let's say it's 60 days down the road, are those people still going to be interested, or do you still find that there's a lot of interest still in those older?
Them, yes.
Okay.
Part of them, yes. And I even noticed that I have a few contacts the last couple of days, the people who contact me last year.
Yeah.
For
the mobile home, they already find something else, but they don't like it. They were following us, and they were checking what we have available, and they are interested about what we have right now, which is cool.
That is right. Right. And then next month you'll have something different, and the month after you'll have something different. How long did it take to get to that? How long? Because you said you were just selling them for cash for a while,
Right.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to build up the cash, and then you can buy more homes. I guess even when you were doing cash, when you started in mobile homes, were you just doing one at a time, and then you went to two at a time, and then three? Or was it right from the beginning you were doing multiple?
It's more like one at a time.
Mhm.
And then like over time when, we've started becoming more confident with everything,
Yeah.
started doing multiple projects at once.
We came to the point that we had like 9 homes
At
in the
once.
same time.
Yeah.
And then,
9 that you were working on, or that had just happened to be vacant?
Not at the same time.
9 working on it.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a lot. Are you paying lot rent on all these homes?
In the beginning, we were paying lot rent. After a while, we negotiate some free lot rents or discounts, depends
Yeah.
on the park. But our goal is, negotiate because most of the homes that we are acquiring, they are from parks.
Mm.
Those are abandoned homes for the back taxes
Handyman
or handyman
specials, yeah.
specials, those kind of things. So we basically get them for free or for $1 or back taxes. So if we taking those kind of homes, we would love to have a free lot rent because anyway, those homes were sitting and not bringing any income. So with some community, we still negotiating, this part about the lot rent. So, but at most of the parks, they are willing, to work with us.
Mm.
Do you feel like you have to talk to the people higher up, or the owners or the regional managers, or even the regular park managers? They'll be able to do that for you.
We start with the regular managers, and it's working.
Okay.
And if it's needed, we go higher and higher.
Does your reputation get around? Have you noticed that, people are kind of talking about you and the different managers kind of talk to each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
We're famous.
This is this world is small.
Do they ever ask you about that? Does one manager ever say, well, I don't really know who you are. Can you give me references from another manager?
Yes,
Mm.
that happens. And we have the videos and about the references from the park managers, and then we can give the phone number so the other people can check what we are doing, how we are doing.
So you get videos and even like written testimonials from different managers and people that you've worked with.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Good. That's get them from handymen, from park managers, from sellers
Yep.
and buyers. Oh, that's wonderful. And then you have, how many parks are you actually within? You all of these homes that you've helped people, and how many parks do you think that you've invested in or within?
It's 9 parks.
9 parks.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I was just thinking of a question, but I was thinking that's a stupid question, so I'm not going to ask that.
There's no stupid. Yeah,
It's no stupid question.
question.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm still not going to ask it, but I thought of another question. Well, then something along the same lines. What's something that you wish that you would have known earlier on?
The one thing when we start in this business, from the first visit, just tell the park manager who you are.
Yeah. Introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself properly.
Yeah.
What were you doing in the beginning?
We were so excited that we finally get to buy a mobile home, fix it, and sell it, that we didn't say what we are doing.
Yeah. But we bought 2. We bought a set.
We bought 2 in one park, and
Not investor friendly.
not investor friendly. The park manager wants to hold us the whole year tied in a lease. He basically, said that we are his competition, and we are not welcome in this park.
Mm.
So that cues a lot of stress for us. And we learned this lesson painfully, emotionally.
Would you? Would did you sell that one for cash or for payments?
Cash.
For the cash.
Okay, so
Cash.
so he wanted.
He didn't allow us to do the payment plan. You know, he just said, well, finally, after a long negotiation with him, he allowed us to sell those homes. Because in the beginning, he said that we cannot sell them. We have to keep them and pay the lot rent for the whole year. I know, but we were newbies. We were scared of everything. So that was the one thing that we didn't do it right.
So from that point until today, and you haven't been through every park in your area. You've been through a lot of the parks. You've talked to a lot of the managers. What percentage, give or take, what percentage are open to work with you when you know what to talk about, when you know how to talk to them? Yeah, are most of them friendly or?
Most of them, they are friendly, yeah.
Okay.
I would say maybe 60-70%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the other ones, they might not want you there because they're doing this themselves, or
Exactly.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
or a couple other reasons. Okay. Now this is something that I think is so under discussed. You know, we all on as mobile home investors, you know, it's like, well, what's in it for me? What am I doing? You know, or what can I get? You know, how much can I benefit from this? And I know I need to help buyers and sellers, but we're actually helping the parks. I mean, the mobile home parks, they're getting, I would venture to say, they're getting like the better end of the deal. Even if they're giving you a home for no cost, at no money, they're still getting the better end of the deal. They're dealing with 3 people that they trust, that they know is going to clean up the home, never pull it out, going to get a good person inside, and make that home last for another 20 years inside the community. So the park doesn't want to touch it, or they would have done it. So it's like, and they're not making any money with that lot to begin with. So the park is just getting the, you know, a very good end of the deal. And over the last couple years, you mentioned that how is that? You've saved the park over, is it $2 million? Or
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did multiple deals in one park and saved a lot of homes that was on a list to demolish.
Mm-hmm. Without
So
the titles.
without the title work, because one of our specialties is recovering the title work. You know, the most of the people just running away, and I love it. So, sometimes it's painful, you know, but it's worth it. It's worth it, you know. If you know what you're doing, then the process is easy. So with this park, we saved almost maybe not even more than $2 million. On all homes that we recover, and they will be there for at least 15-20 years. And so the park didn't have to, you know, invest their own money. So this is, you know, good feeling.
And, you know, to help the park, it's like that just justifies while we're there. I mean, I think what's something you do this. I mean, obviously you're making some money doing this business, helping, you know, we're in this business to make money and set up future payments for ourselves, of course, but you're also helping, which I think is part of the reason why I wanted to do this video. You're helping not only parks, which is, you know, it is what it is. We got to help parks. That's why they like to work with us. But you're helping handymen that they wouldn't have to, like you said, they're maybe ex-felons, or they wouldn't be able to work in too many other places. You're helping those folks. You're giving people second and third and fifth chances. And you're patient enough to do it. I'm not. I mean, my patience level is not there. Like, I was just actually talking earlier today, like, it's not my job to give people third and fourth and fifth chances, only because I've been
Yeah.
I've been like taken advantage of, I feel like, a lot. So I just don't do that anymore. But you're helping the parks, you're helping handy people, and it's working. You're helping sellers get out of the homes whenever you're buying from a seller. You're helping buyers, putting good people, or, you know, people that have had bad situations happening to them, putting them in good quality homes, Roman, that you're fixing up and cleaning. And I mean, I would imagine that has to be, I'm not with you at your closings, but when you sell to folks, I mean, I imagine some of them have tears in their eyes. They never thought that they'd be able to buy something like this.
Yeah, they are.
They
They are.
They're very thankful for everything, and we're basically offering the achievable American dream to, you know, our buyers.
Yeah.
Making it all possible for them.
When is the people that you're selling to, do they, this is a two-part question, and Nicholas, you might know, are they coming, like, have they ever lived in a mobile home before? That's the first thing, like, are you?
A lot of them, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
most of them do, and most of them came from, like, even the city. Like, the property taxes in Chicago are ridiculous, so a lot of people just, like, escape Chicago and go to Indiana, because that's where our business is mostly, you know, blooming.
Do you, and then the folks that, so they have lived in a mobile home prior, and then were they ever homeowners in the past? Or is it mostly folks that are coming from renting and now they're happy to be buying, or they sold something, or they did own a home in the recent past that they sold, or foreclosure, or?
We have all kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
So we have people who used to live in the mobile home parks. We have people who starting the families. This is their first home.
Yeah.
We have people who used to have a home and going through the hardship and downsizing or looking for save money and buying the mobile home. So we all kind of people.
What's a deal breaker when you're selling a home on payments? What's for you, you know, in your business? What are one or two deal breakers? And I know that you want to give people chances and work with people, but what's something, if someone has done or in their past or they do to you, you know, what's something that you don't want to deal with that person?
If they break a lease with someone and it's saying me, oh, okay, I would love to work with you, but I have to break a lease where I am right now. So this is telling me, okay, so you are most likely will do the same with us.
Yeah.
Good point. Do you? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And eviction, I think eviction. I don't know, but this is a niche with the eviction people. So that might be also works in the future. Have a park where you allow the eviction.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people making mistakes and they paying for such a long time.
They don't know
that.
the consequences.
They don't know the consequences.
Yeah.
And they deserve second chance as well. But in those parts where we working, the eviction is not allowed. So we cannot give those people a chance.
Wow. And that just goes again. I mean, just your seemingly unending compassion and caring for people, and the shirts that you're wearing, Nicholas and Roman. Let's talk about that, because that's a big reason why I wanted to help you, or that's what, not why I wanted to help you. You're doing amazing. Why I wanted to have you here on this video is to share not just what you're doing and talking about mobile homes, but also talking about the charity that you have, the nonprofit, what you're doing, because I'm fully, you know, I love what you're doing. And even the future merchandise and the T-shirts, the future merchandise that's coming, all of the profits and proceeds are going to be going right to Golden Wings Helping Hands. Please, I won't talk for the next few minutes. It's difficult for me, but please tell me about this. Yeah, tell me about the organization. When did it start? What was the thought? And then you've talked about like you've given homes, you've given mobile homes. This is what I love. To folks in need, like that. Just please, yeah, tell us about it.
This is Nicholas's baby.
Right, yeah. So Golden Wing Helping Hands is a nonprofit. It started in June of 2017. And basically what we do is we make care packages and we fill them with necessities that a homeless person would need living out on the streets. So we've been helping mostly people, random encounters on the streets. And since starting the organization, we've helped 1,800 people. And thank you. Big applause right there, right?
A little applause, but seriously, that's huge. That's incredible. All those lives. And, for folks thinking like, oh, that's not in my backyard, or, that's obviously, closer to the Chicago area. That's like, okay, it's in the States. It's in someone's backyard. I'm not doing that. With all the businesses that you have going on, you're still finding time to impact that many people's lives. So please go ahead. I'm sorry.
Of course. So originally this actually started like a family tradition. Like we wanted to do this for like Christmas and, before Christmas. So we started doing it in, I think it was like 2015.
But maybe I will pause you for a little bit. Just one thing, because not everybody knows our story. Part of the story, it's Samantha. She was born with the brain tumor in Poland, and she was the reason. But Nicholas is the miracle child. He was diagnosed with a very aggressive brain tumor at the age of 10, and didn't have much chances to survive. So, having him still around, because it's not many people being, still live after 5 years from the diagnosis. He's going to be 12 years survivor.
Yeah.
So he has a special mission in this world. So this is why we start as a family tradition, giving people in need some things, because we feel every single day we feel more fortunate than others, because we still alive, our family is together, and we are able to do the businesses, we are able to make a money. So why not giving back to the people who needs that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's when the helping project, the born, and Nicholas.
I was kind of getting to that part, but yeah, kind of summed it up. But yeah, it started 2015. My mom found a blog of some lady doing like blessing bags or something for homeless people, and I thought it was really cool. So I'm like, okay, let's just do this. Mm-hmm. And we ended up making 25 of these care packages.
First year.
Yeah. And I remember the very first care packages that we went out to deliver, and I believe it was on Christmas Eve. So we're driving down on the north side of Chicago and stopped by this bridge, and there's like a little group of homeless people, like 5 of them. They had like a campsite, some tents and some, fold-up chairs. So we pulled up next to them, and I remember feeling like super anxious about it, because I was like thinking like, will they actually need these things that we're going to be delivering to them? Will they be happy with them? Are they just going to throw them away or something? So we exited the car, and as we inched closer to them, my stomach was like in complete knots, and we were like literally face to face to them. And I had bent down, got my, out of my bag, I pulled out the care packages. I started passing them out to all the people there. And the thing that really just started this whole entire thing was what someone said to me that day. And one of the guys, he stood up from his chair, and he took his hand out. He wanted to give me a handshake. He's like, "Son, what's your name?" So I'm like, "Okay, I'm Nick." Saint Nick, just like the angel that we need. And ever since that moment, I think that's really why we started doing all these care packages, because knowing that we made such a impact in someone's lives in just a small way is just so incredible. And well, the following year,
we went like above and beyond. We did 350 of these care packages. So,
We were so fired up.
yeah. So like half of our basement was filled with all these care packages, which was really awesome.
I may have seen that picture, and it's I think it's you going through like with a fireplace in the background, and there's just a room of just care packages. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
What's in a care package for folks that maybe want to make their own, or
So what we include in our care packages, inside of the care packages, they usually contain like non-perishable foods, toiletry items, gift cards, and warm clothes. So like hats, gloves, socks, toothpaste, toothbrushes, shampoos, conditioners, soaps, and then like different foods like beef jerky or like crackers. And then
Protein bars.
Yeah, protein bars is a big one, and then
Vitamins.
yeah, sometimes vitamins too, and then like gift cards to like different places, like
Just for the few dollars,
Yeah.
so the person actually can go and choose what he wants to buy.
yeah,
This is just like $3, $4, or $5, because we are thinking, okay, well, it's no difference if you give them, the products, they should be happy. Yes, of course, but having this opportunity to spend your own money on the things that you want, not that someone give you.
Yeah.
This is the luxury for them.
But I think most important thing what we put in the bags is the
Yeah.
letter.
letters of encouragement. So we put on a bunch of like events throughout the year,
Mhm.
and usually at these events we don't focus on raising money whatsoever. Instead, we focus on having like little kids come at the festival
Yeah.
booths, and what they do is they like write these amazing letters to homeless people, like get well, or God bless you,
Yeah.
Not
or
forget
You will
you're
find
not forgotten,
home.
and we care
We
for you,
pray
we love
for you,
Yeah,
those kind of words. And we start the last year. We start to do those projects in mobile home parks community as well.
that's correct. Yeah.
oh, that's
So
program.
in the after school program.
Mhm.
So we are very proud of that part of as well.
Mhm.
I love that. I forgot about that. And you're getting all, you're allowing the general public to help. I mean, if you don't want to give, or if you can't give money, or if you're a little child and you want to help and contribute, you can write a
Yes.
letter. Plus, it's getting them involved. They can feel good.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is all about, getting the community involved in this, because I really think there's such a horrible stigma when it comes to homeless people. They're like, even when somebody sees like a homeless guy like on the side of the street asking for some money or a sandwich or something, typically the regular reaction a person would have is just like look the complete opposite direction and not even acknowledge the human being in front of them asking for some help.
Mhm.
So this is pretty much this is all about bringing awareness towards other people so they could see how easy it is to help other people, and really the importance of it too.
Talk to me about giving away a mobile home. Because I know that you've done that, and I don't know how much times or how you determine who's going to get that. How did that come about, or how did you? And then what are your plans for the future? Do you want to give away 10 more, or what's your thoughts there?
Okay, so this is something that we were talking a lot about, how we can help more.
Mhm.
But always with the first thing, you're not ready for it, right? You just sometimes you think you are ready, but reality is sometimes different. So we didn't put a specific time when we're gonna do it. And it's not like we have a number. We choose people really who touch our hearts. So in one of the mobile home parks where we were working, me and Roman went to check some things, during the rehab, and we talked to the park manager, and she shared a story that one of her residents is living in a very, very bad condition home. The pipe are burst for over 2 years. They don't have a water. He has a daughter, 15 years old, who's pregnant and expecting a child in a couple of months. And he's a veteran. He's helping in a community, during the summer with the summer program around the swimming pool. So he's doing a lot of things that he can. And also he had an open heart surgery recently. So that was so many things. And when we heard this story with Roman, we said, look at each other, we will do it, right? So we want to help him. So that was one of the homes available in the park for the back taxes, and we decided that we will help this guy, and we jumped to the project. After talking to the park manager, we called Meg and we told him, you know what, we have a new project to do. Yeah. So that's how this was born.
Yeah.
But in the future, when we're gonna hear more those kind of stories, then we will be, helping people more. Mm-hmm. So it's not like we're gonna do 10 more this year. I don't know how many we will do right now.
Yeah.
So if really someone needs a place and don't have a chances to improve, where the family is right now, we will be there to help them.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here today. Seriously, thank you so much. I'm always, if you ever need anything, reach out to me. Anything that you'd like to add as well? Anything that we missed about Helping Hands? Any event that you're going to be, first, where can people get a hold of you?
Right. So, of course, the charity is the greatest way to learn about us a little bit and also about what we do. And mostly, you can find us on Facebook. Well, two of us, because one of the people in this family doesn't believe in Facebook. So
to reach me, you can send me a smoke signal.
Yeah.
I'll just fax you. Okay, so all right, so then Facebook and then the website. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Anything that we missed out, or any advice anything that you'd like to say about mobile home investing, about charity work, any advice that you give to newer people?
One of the advice that I can give, just tell what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, always. Don't hide it, even if it's scary. At the beginning, when you started, when you're starting in this business, you don't know what you're doing, right? Mm-hmm. You're going, even if you're studying, if you're watching tons of videos and everything, when you're facing and you're going to the park manager, you're scared because you don't know how they're gonna be, what they're gonna say, what they're gonna tell you.
Yeah.
So don't make this mistake. And get a good coach like John. And the life is much easier.
Well, thank you. But it doesn't come, it'd be useless without the hard work, the effort. You all three are unstoppable. So keep it up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you again for being here. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you all soon.